What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Holt Perspective. I never really know how to start this thing. Did I do it wrong?
Eh,
I
it's
think it
fine.
goes, I'm Nicholas.
And I'm Jacob, and this is the whole perspective.
There it is. Yep. Now we're good. Now we're good. All
There we
right.
go.
So, today, we got to start off with our favorite workout of the past week. First off, glad you're
hmm
stopping back in. We had a lot going on since our last video. Kobe
Heck
went
yeah,
to
a lot of views coming through.
Well, that's true. Shout out to the Northview student section because you guys are bumping us up, so that's big time.
Shout out to the
Shout out
Wildcats.
to the Wildcats. Yeah, Kobe, you went to Miami to the Wadapalooza that we talked about last
I
time.
did.
I went to a competition this past weekend in Nashville. So yeah, let's
A
get
lot
into
of
our
things
favorite
happening. A lot of
workout, man.
fun stuff.
A lot of fun stuff going on. All right, Kobe, start us up with your favorite workout last week.
Favorite workout? I'd say a 75 double unders, 15 front squats at 185, 150 double unders, 15 front squats at 185, and then 75 double unders.
Oh boy.
So that one was the full send Friday special of mayhem.
How was your double on the 150 double unders?
The 150 was the toughest for sure.
For
You
sure.
know, I was reading their workout notes and they said the 150 would be the toughest and they weren't lying.
You know,
Um,
I have a lot of respect for Mayhem, but I don't think you need to be that smart to figure out the 150 was going to be the hardest part.
yeah, you know, and especially right after a fairly a moderate load of front squats at 185. Right
Yeah,
after
and that's like
some
tough.
already,
Like you can go unbroken, but is there a reason?
yeah,
Did you
yeah.
go unbroken?
For the first one, no, I did not. The first one, I went 10 and 5,
Probably smart.
and then the next one, I went 8 and 7.
That's pretty good, being able to hold it to two sets both times. Did
Yeah,
your
was
double
able to
unders
hold for
blow up at
two.
any time?
What's that?
Did your double unders blow up at any time?
During the 150, I got to 75, um, and then tripped up right around there. Then I got back on track, but then getting that 100 to 150 took probably as long as the first 75. Getting that last 50 of
Yeah,
that one took some time.
yeah.
That kind of tripped me up. And then the last 75 of the double unders was not able to go unbroken on that one either. That one was just fatigue and arms getting lazy and tired of getting blown up the whole beginning of it. But
Yeah,
it was a fun, nice little sprint
yeah, that's
on a
nasty.
Friday.
That's nasty.
hmm
That's for sure. All right, my favorite workout. I'm gonna have to go from the 205 throwdown. No, sorry, the 6-1. I can't believe I just said that. The 615 throwdown. That one is the Nashville one. It was super fun. Favorite workout of the weekend was probably the second event on the second day. It was called the Closer,
hmm
and I think that it was kind of tough because it was called the Closer, but it wasn't the last workout. But I think they called it the Closer because it was the last workout they released. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, but it started off with 40 double dumbbell shoulder to overhead. Then you did 12 sandbag squats on your shoulder with the 150. And all this
hmm
was with two 50-pound dumbbells for the dumbbell parts. Then 30 double dumbbell box step overs, 12 sandbag squats, 20 double dumbbell thrusters, 12 sandbag squats, 10 devil presses. So that one was a super fun one.
Yeah.
Like it was like right on that like edge of like where you wanted to sprint, but you still had to like maintain your breathing. If you blew up too early, you were in trouble. Especially getting
Yeah.
that big sandbag on your shoulder. Like if you had like a
Right.
huge like heart rate, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Um, But
How'd
yeah,
you approach that? You tried to slow down before you knew you were getting back to that sandbag, slow down your reps going into it? It
to be honest, no, I didn't.
was just a
You
full
kind of
send.
get into you get into that cop mode, and you just
Oh yeah.
so like I was doing to start off, I was doing my double dumbbell shoulder overhead, and I was fully expecting to either go 25-15 or even 15-15-10. Like that's what I told
Yeah.
myself. I was like, all right, if I go 25-15, that's awesome. But if I have to break to 15-15-10, I have to go to that. I start going. I do all 40 unbroken. I was like, I don't know why I just did that. So
In
then
the
I was
heat
just
of the
like,
moment.
okay. So I was just going, and I was like, these are feeling pretty good. So then I was like,
Uh-huh.
all right. So I just kept going. Then the sandbag squats never really got too bad, to be honest. I feel like I had a pretty good like spot on my shoulder or whatever, and it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I would say that by far the worst part was the box step overs. I wasn't super efficient with it, and I ended up just holding the dumbbells for a long time. I felt like I was doing that for like 3 minutes. It felt like I don't know if it was actually 3 minutes, but it felt
Right.
forever.
And that's tough.
It was just like I wasn't even like I wasn't. Yeah, it was just it took forever. But yeah, then the sandbag squats felt good all throughout. The double dumbbell thrusters felt really good. I was thinking that maybe I could have went 20 unbroken, but I went 12-8 just
Yeah.
because I had one more set of sandbag squats, and the last thing I wanted to do was have to drop the sandbag. So if I would have done it again, I probably would have tried to keep unbroken and see what happens. Because
Right.
like no one really catches or like loses in the devil press part. Because like no one really goes much faster than anyone on the devil press.
Right.
Because
Right.
everyone's like full sending those last 10. So,
You're just
um,
holding the water there.
but yeah, I would say that was a really fun workout.
Nice.
Cool. All right. Are we ready to get going with our main topic of the day?
Yeah.
All right.
That kind
So
of goes in
here's our
to
plan.
the
So
yeah.
I felt like it was a perfect time. You can notice my voice is a little bit off right now. I'm getting over something going on. So what do you do when you're just not feeling it when it comes to training, life, whatever you want to talk about here on the whole perspective?
Mm-hmm.
You can talk about. But it, as in, you're not feeling well sick wise, you're recovering from an injury, you're having a tough mental fog day, you're
Mm-hmm.
frustrated with other things going on, you're tired, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
What do you do when it comes to training?
You know, obviously, I'll use the most famous phrase in the PT world, and I'm sure in a lot of other worlds, of it depends.
It depends.
You know, here I felt like every time I would ask a question in school, the professor would end up answering it, but the first two words, almost always, it depends. Like, okay, I know it depends. So what I mean by it depends here is that, is this only a one-time thing? Like, is this the first day that you're feeling just off? You wake up on the wrong side of the bed, or you just first day of feeling sick, you don't even know if you're actually sick or you're just stuffy in the morning, like whatever it is. I would say if it's day one, you try to just push through it and go through your normal life. You go work out, uh, and you don't scale anything in your workout. You just get after it, and you expect that maybe you're not going to hit the target time specifically, or you're not going to hit the percentages of your normal lifts that you're supposed to hit for that day, but you still attempt it all. If we're looking 2 days in a row of like really, really bad, or it's looking like 3, 4 days, first of all, you should never really let it get to 3, 4 days of really, really bad days. You should take care of yourself before that. But say you got 2 days in a row where it was just bad, bad days for you. That's when I think you got to start listening to your body and take it back to almost even nothing if you can, to like just go about your normal life and go to your job, go to school, whatever it may be. But take training off for that day and try to restructure your week for that week. Move your rest day up to that day and then kind of play from there.
Yeah.
So thinking it's more of, if it's just a 1 day thing, push through it. But if we're looking on multiple days, And then you got to listen to that body, and body knows best.
Right, for sure. Listen to
What's
your
your
body.
perspective on it?
Yeah, absolutely. I like a lot of stuff you're saying. I agree with that. It depends phrase.
Hmm.
First, so I wanted to start off with one of the cool things that I ever heard. One of the first things that like kind of I heard people talk about it was this guy named Nick Urankar. If you know that guy, he was a really good CrossFit Games athlete. Well, I would say he was super good at CrossFit. He went to the
Yeah.
CrossFit Games. I don't know if I can classify him as a really good CrossFit Games athlete. Like he was super strong, so he like was able to like win some of those events, which was cool. But he was always like
Yeah.
back half for sure at the games. But what he said was, if you're not feeling it, the first day, still go to the gym, no matter what. Just go if it's
Yeah.
one day. But just like you said, if you wake up again and you're like, man, I just can't do it, then that second day you take off. So I really like that. I
Yeah.
like that idea for sure, and I see a lot of value with that. Something that I think is important for me is, especially with, I would guess, 99.9% of the people in the world, working out is not their profession. It is not what gives them like stability monetarily. Like it's not anything like that.
Yep.
So if you are losing like the idea of like having fun at the gym, and it's not like a release when you go to the gym, then you are missing the point of like the really cool thing about working out, because you just get to forget about everything. You don't got to worry about anything. You get to like release stress. Don't
Yeah.
worry about work or at home life or friends or family. You just get to like release everything. So if whatever you're doing is not feeling like that, then maybe you got to take a step back and you're like, all right, maybe I got to change my training protocol. Maybe I got to do different things, different things like that. So I would say for the vast majority of us, you got to be having fun when you go to the gym, for sure.
Exactly.
There's got
Yeah.
to be a sense of relief. Now, definitely that doesn't mean anytime you're not feeling like, oh, this doesn't look very fun. Bike intervals aren't looking very fun today. Well, yeah, no one likes bike intervals, but
It never will be.
no one's gonna like that at all. So that doesn't mean like only pick out workouts that you're gonna have fun with because you like the movements. But if you're like
Right.
dreading to go to the gym, that ain't good.
That's
You
different.
gotta try it, because there's so many different types of fitness regimens out there. CrossFit, bodybuilding, powerlifting, strongman,
Hmm.
endurance training, interval training. Like there's millions of different things out there.
Oh yeah.
So it should be fun. You should enjoy going to the gym. So I think that's a big thing. Now, what about when you're feeling sick, Kobe? Let's go that route. Just since I'm going, we got 2 minutes left for our 15-minute here.
Hmm.
What about when you're feeling sick? Like maybe versus like neck up and neck
Yeah.
down type sickness. What do you do?
Yeah.
Do you act them differently? Treat them differently? What do you think?
Yeah, general rule of thumb with that one, easy to remember. If it's neck up, go to the gym, work it out. If it's neck down, stay home. That's where you, if it's neck down, it's more common for the contagious type of sicknesses. So for your health and everyone else's health around you, don't be that guy that gets your entire gym sick for that week. So if it's neck down, then that's different. Find a different way to get your workout in that day. But usually neck down, working out won't necessarily make that sickness go away or feel better. But neck up tends to make you feel a little bit better after you work out and get active in any aspect,
Right.
whatever type of working out it's going to be.
Yeah, I agree
Or
with that big time. Just going through this, I've been having a lot of neck up like sickness the past little bit, and like going to work out has been the best thing. Like I've been able to like get a lot of sinus stuff like released and breathing better through my nose and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've also like tried to work out when I have like neck down stuff, and it doesn't end well. You can't do
No,
anything. You feel
no,
weak.
it doesn't.
You can't move. It ain't good. But we got 13 seconds left. So I'm Nicholas.
And I'm Jacob. This is the Holt Perspective. Thanks for joining us today.